Hey guys, so today we have a 2020 election prediction between Governor Steve Bullock from the state of Montana. He currently is the governor from Montana, and Donald Trump, who currently lives in Washington, D.C., but actually is from the state of New York. So, starting off with these safe states: Washington, Oregon, California, Hawaii, Alaska, Utah, Idaho, Wyoming, Nebraska, I would put, Kansas, Oklahoma, Texas, Louisiana, Arkansas, Missouri, Mississippi, Alabama, South Carolina, Tennessee, Kentucky, Indiana, West Virginia, Illinois, I put into the safe column, Massachusetts, Rhode Island, Connecticut, New Jersey, Delaware, Maryland, the District of Columbia, New York, Vermont, and that first district in the state of Maine. So, let's start off with 183 electoral votes for Mr. Bullock, 154 electoral votes for Mr. Trump. So, the reason why I left states like North and South Dakota up were because they are right next to the state of Montana, and while that doesn't seem like a very good argument, they do have very similar demographics, and they do sometimes vote for Blue Dog Democrats, and but at the end of the day, I see both of those still staying in the Republican column. Now, next state, we're going to look at the state of New Mexico. Again, I see this being closer than Democrats might like, but I'm still putting it in the likely Democratic column. And same thing with the state of Colorado. I see this one being in the likely Democratic field. I'm going to run through this kind of quicker than some other ones I've done in the past. But anyway, other states that I see that could be quite close. The state of Nevada. I see that one narrowly going towards Mr. Bullock. State of Arizona, but I see the state of Arizona narrowly going towards Mr. Trump. Steve Bullock's home state of Montana, that's going to be a hotly contested race. At the end of the day, though, I see Mr. Trump ever so narrowly winning down there in the state, up there in the state of Montana. Now going down to the south, I see Florida being very competitive, but like most states, I see Mr. Trump edging out a very narrow victory. Same thing with Georgia and North Carolina, but Democrats can make up for it in Virginia. Sorry, I'm not really giving reasoning, but yeah, I'm just trying to run through this kind of quickly, but yeah, anyway, so next up we have the state of New Hampshire. I see this one going towards Steve Bullock, the governor of Montana. State of Maine, this is quite a rural area. This second district, and Montana is also rural. I see that second district ever so narrowly going towards Mr. Bullock. Same thing with that second district in the state of Nebraska. So next up we have the state of Minnesota. This one again probably going to go for someone like a Steve Bullock. I see him definitely appealing to Minnesota voters. Iowa, though, I do see, even though it is quite rural, I see this one going towards Mr. Trump. Ohio, that's going to be a hotly contested race, but he's not really from Ohio. I see this one going towards the President of the United States, Donald Trump. So it's all going to come down to these three states, and I've got to fill in Maine there. It's going to come down to these three states: 258 electoral votes for Trump, and 234 electoral votes for Steve Bullock. Pennsylvania, that's going to be a hotly contested race. But I see Michigan, start off in Michigan, I see Michigan going towards the Democrats. Same thing with Pennsylvania. These are the two kind of most Democratic states that in this Rust Belt kind of region. And I see both of these states ever so narrowly going towards Steve Bullock, but then Wisconsin narrowly going towards Mr. Trump. So this would go down as a very close election. Bullock probably not the best kind of candidates the Democrats could run. He probably wouldn't get through a Democratic primary field, given he has quite low name recognition in comparison to some other prospective contenders in 2020. People are floating around, people like Bernie Sanders, Joe Biden. These people all have much more name recognition than someone like a Steve Bullock would have, and he would have a big disadvantage going into the 2020 primary field. So that's it for today's video, guys. Thank you guys for watching this video. Comment down suggestions below, and I'll see you all in the next one.